a one-pot meal is even any good?
Let's talk about that. Good mythical morning.
Time is money, and dishes are time. So by the transitive property, dishes are money. And I don't want to spend my money on dirty dishes if the food isn't good.
Okay, let me see if I can translate that. I think what he's saying is, should you really bother spending all the time it takes to cook up a traditional style meal if a one-pot version of that same meal still exists?
Yeah, what I said. It's time for, you can't spell that's delish without dishes, or can you?
Okay, boys, in front of Rhett is a one-pot chicken and rice with sun-dried tomatoes dish. On Link's side is the same dish, but each component is made separately. And no, the crew didn't just forget to clean up after our last shoot behind you, because those are the very dishes it took to make each one of the meals in front of you.
Mine was from a Dutch oven.
Here's your
straight
one
from
pot.
Holland.
Look at that one pot. All you gotta do is just scrape that out and clean it.
I thought a Dutch oven was like a
move.
It was like a fart thing.
It's
that
a
you
fart.
do in bed.
I think it's a bed
When
fart
you
move.
Fart? Is that a Dutch oven?
Yeah, I think it is.
It can be both. It's both things. This
So,
one
Nicole,
was
you
not
farted on
used,
this.
and
Can you
was
smell
fun.
it?
He said this is a,
I'm sorry I brought it up.
So your job, this whole game, is to determine if the separated dishes are so much better that the traditional dishes, that they're worth the time, or if the one-pot version suffices. So at the end you'll say worth the time, or one pot's fine.
And this is the same ingredients.
Yep.
Same ingredients, yeah.
I love the fact that
What
the
is this
rice of this one, chicken and rice, bro.
that's all it's called?
He hasn't been around the block very many times.
No, but I mean, he doesn't have more of a name for the red stuff?
I
Chicken
said
and rice with red stuff?
Chicken and rice with sun-dried tomatoes is what I said right the
Chicken and rice
first
with sun-dried
sentence.
tomatoes.
Oh, I didn't know if there was more of a name for it.
The fact that this rice matured in the context of a sauce, it's gonna be tough to beat. Now, the chicken itself, you might call it dry.
It's a little overcooked. Just a little bit. But it was in the pot. How could you know?
Exactly, right? What am I, a fortune teller?
Right. Yeah, nope.
Now, this one right
That
here,
chicken, it cut real nice.
you would definitely need to know because
Oh!
you're sitting there cooking his chicken.
That chicken is so good.
But the rice,
Oh, the
doesn't
rice.
look good.
Like I'm gonna have to get some sun dry over here into my rice.
The chicken is so much better. According to the writers, in the 14 minutes that it takes to clean all of this stuff, just so we can understand what 14 minutes is.
Yeah, put it in perspective.
In that time, we could also go halfway through an In-N-Out drive-through.
Okay. That makes sense for us locals.
We could listen to I'm Yours by Jason Mraz 3.5 times in a row.
Oh, that half time would be hard for me. I need to finish it every time.
Okay. I kind of want to clean instead. Or Rhett and Link could make love to their wives and then take a 12-minute nap.
Hey, efficiency, son.
If you know what you're doing, don't take long.
This rice is so good.
The rice is so good, but the chicken's so good over here. What do we do?
Well, chicken comes first in the dish. I think it's the star.
But
And I just think that rice is rice. Come on. Chicken,
rice is nice.
you're gonna have to go through a whole meal with some dry ass chicken. You don't want that.
I would just like to maybe chop up the chicken a little bit. Chicken's a lot better.
It's so much better. And the rice is not bad. It's just, if you didn't know that this rice existed, you would be like, this rice is fine.
And what do I do in the kitchen if it's not clean? That's the only service that I offer.
Okay, well, this is gonna skew a lot of the results. Because most people are thinking that cleaning the dishes is a bad thing.
I'm actually disagreeing with you because I'm going with the one pot. I love that rice so much.
How does this game work? Can we disagree?
Well, no, you can't. You have to come to an agreement.
But the chicken is better over here.
But
So
you just said you prefer to clean. And I
I'm
think
trying
that
to come
makes
up with reasons.
I think that makes your whole perspective invalid. Taking time to clean in the kitchen is something most normal people would like to avoid. So I think we're trying to do that.
But when the rice is that good, It's just a shame, but I'll agree with
This
you.
isn't bad rice. It's just not as good.
So we are saying it's worth the time to get the chicken out of your mind or in your mind to blow your mind.
Yeah, I
It's
think
worth the time to make the chicken blow your mind.
if this was a chicken thigh, it might have fared a little bit better.
There we go.
You know what I'm saying? So,
Sorry,
yeah,
I know that hurt you because I'm so
No,
strong.
I'm not sensitive.
Okay, on Rhett's side is a 1 skillet hamburger casserole, and on Link's side is a traditional cheeseburger. And we only made 1 cheeseburger to avoid food waste, but the hamburger casserole is said to serve 6. So if you want to make up the same amount of burgers, you got to keep that in mind for dishes and time, etc.
Is there tomato in that skillet?
No tomato in that, but there is.
I'm voting for that one.
Come on.
Well, how did you get the surface of the skillet dish to look like scar tissue?
It's called an oven.
Cheese, baby. It's called cheese. Colby Jack and cheddar.
I mean, I don't think that's ever gonna go away, you know? You're gonna be telling stories about that your entire life. How did you get how'd you get that?
Broil
I don't know.
setting.
I don't know.
It's
It kind of looks
amazing-
like a burnt human.
It's
I'm just
amazing
saying.
how amazed you are by just kitchen creations. As many as you've eaten. Have you really never been in a kitchen other than to clean?
I value the work of our team.
Okay. I like to eat the work of our team. I'm
I
going
like
to use
it
it.
when you talk about our team.
Can-
Keep doing it.
spoon?
This is a good
Can I
fried
use a
burger.
spoon?
Spoon.
So, this is intriguing. It's going to be tough to beat a burger, but. Oh,
Burgers are the best.
is that pasta?
Unless there's fried chicken there, and then I'm like, what?
Look at that.
Woo!
That's like a hamburger helper.
Give me some of that.
Well, no, because don't you want to get some of the top? You want to get some of the top.
Yeah, I'm gonna break it next to yours here.
I gotta.
Woo!
This is a big bite, but
It's soft and silent.
watch your mouth.
What?
It's gonna burn.
Well, here, I'll watch your mouth. You watch my mouth. I can't watch my own mouth.
I don't want to look at your mouth while I eat.
Oh, it's hot. Whoop. I just stained my pants. I'll tell you, this is a hard job.
Huh. This is a lot like that thing we used to split in college 4 ways with our other 2 roommates.
It's more. What's the sauce in here?
So it's a cream of mushroom soup base.
Really?
Yeah.
But there's mustard in it.
You taste mustard?
Oh yeah.
I mean, there's a little bit of like mustard powder in there, but I wouldn't say it's like an aggressive amount of mustard. Is it
It's-
aggressive for you?
It's just enough.
Oh, very nice.
I like it quite a bit.
Maybe it's chili.
It reminds you of chili, you said?
Does it have some cumin?
Is there some chili in there?
There's a little bit of spices, yeah.
It's really good, but
It's no hamburger.
it's not a cheeseburger. It's in no way a cheeseburger.
I just don't think a casserole can dethrone an actual burger.
I know. And I don't
As
get me
much
wrong.
as I appreciate this.
Now hold on, we need to take into account the fact that it takes 11 minutes to clean all this stuff
Okay, let me put that in perspective.
versus just that one skillet.
In 11 minutes, you could watch the entirety of U2's With or Without You music video. You could watch 11 minutes of Ocean's 11. Or Rhett or Link could make love to their wives, then take a 9-minute nap. Still only takes 2 minutes for
Yep.
us.
Yep. I mean, so
Is that 1 minute each?
it's
or is,
it's really hard to choose the burger when the alternative is to eat out of a skillet, make love for 2 minutes, and then take a nap.
That's not what's on the table, brother.
Are those my options?
No.
Because
no.
I'm eating it up.
I think you're mixing metaphors at this point. No, it's not better than a burger. It's really good. I respect it. It would be a nice change of pace, but it's just no burger.
Yeah.
It is not.
It is
Oh,
worth.
yeah, it is
It is worth.
worth the time.
Worth the
It is
time.
worth the time to
get
make
you
a burger.
To make your
And
burger.
clean.
To make that burger mine. You put on a beanie.
I did.
It says box stuffing on it.
Isn't that funny?
It's
And isn't it like
seasonal?
kind of holiday, seasonal,
Yeah.
somewhat food related?
Yep.
Yeah, that's because this is the new merch from Sporked.
Yep. Holiday season beanies, including spiced nuts
And box
perhaps?
stuffing. If you like your nuts spiced, you don't need a little. What do you call this?
Ball.
Pom-pom.
Pom-pom, and if you like your stuffing boxed, you do need a pom-pom.
Go to the Mythical store and check it out. You'd be surprised. What we got, Stevie?
You'd be surprised.
Well, no, you won't be surprised because that's what it looks like and that's what you're going to get.
You'll be
at
pleasantly
mythical.com.
surprised.
Rhett, you have sheet pan shrimp scampi, and Link, you have traditional.
Okay, so
that-
the whole
that-
thing
here's
is
the
just
sheet
right there
pan.
on the sheet pan.
Just put it on the sheet pan. And I can see this is where the bread was because the.
Oh,
You want some of that?
Get a hold
I know
of that.
you like that.
Yeah, it's a cheese dish.
That stuff. We get
Oh man,
That's greasy looking.
you put the whole thing in there at the same time?
The whole thing.
So a little scrimp, and then a nice little quarter zucchini.
What made this happen? The internet?
Yeah, one pan and one pot recipes are very in vogue.
This is a Food Network recipe, is it not?
Is this Food Network? Yeah, it's Food Network.
Bread not bad.
How'd you know that?
I read it off the cheat sheet.
Oh, I'm about to say, you been doing your homework?
I mean, that bread doesn't look nearly as good as this bread, but it tastes really good.
Especially that part.
The shrimps taste fine.
Yeah, it's good. I kind of like my zucchini a little bit burned.
Did you have to make the zucchini smaller so that it would work at the same time? Because these are much bigger zucchinis.
I was just going off of like the recipe and the photos, so it could match the photo inspo. There's no like real like culinary like reason for it.
Huh?
Why would you say that this zucchini and shrimp tastes better when you made them separately? Because I believe they do, don't you?
Why do I say? I think it's because you can control the temperatures a little bit differently. I think whenever you throw everything
there
into
you
one
go.
pan, you're kind of leaving it up to like the grand oven of
Wow.
it all.
The flavor on that zucchini is incredible. I've never said that about zucchini.
It is so much better. It's weird. So we're liking this one, but it takes 12 minutes
Okay.
to clean all this crap. And of course, they've helped us understand what 12 minutes is because we've forgotten since 2 rounds ago. In 12 minutes, you could watch a Vine compilation consisting of 150 vines. Remember that? If you're not into that, you could get to the 4th day when singing 12 Days of Christmas.
Ah,
And if you're not into that, you could watch us make love to our wives and then take a 10-minute
yeah,
nap.
right.
So,
Choose your poison.
you know, I will say that this is the best flavored zucchini I've ever had,
Best ever.
but I've never watched myself make love.
You don't have a mirror?
Okay, yeah, I guess I have.
You
Not
ever,
in- not in like-
you ever made eye contact with yourself?
Not in like video form.
Yeah, you should. Don't make it last when you do. Don't make eye contact with yourself for more than at least 7 seconds. when
Which
you're making
which of
love.
course you do.
Well, I mean, I don't have one in my bedroom. I'm talking about maybe like a hotel. I don't have like a mirror on the ceiling or anything. I'm thinking about getting one.
You don't have one on the wall though? I have one on the
Not
wall.
in view of the bed. Do I need one?
Yeah.
Let me think about that for a while.
And windows.
I'm sorry, but
It's always good to look out a window.
once again, it's worth the time to get the shrimp and the stuff to taste the way you want it to.
Yeah, I mean, what? It's just too much better.
Are we just crapping all over this trend? Is
It's
that
just-
what's happening?
It's too much better. It's Food Network. They canceled our show anyway.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, scrum!
So we are saying
We already said it.
worth the time. Oh, and it was down there?
Yeah.
Did you see it?
Put it back.
All right, worth the time. I missed it. If I may, Stevie, my expectations have been obliterated here today so far.
You thought you might like this one pot thing.
I really thought I was going to be a one pot boy because I like things mixed up. I like things mushier. Yes, I like to clean dishes, but I don't want to clean more dishes.
You've got other hobbies
yeah, so
that are better. Even
I can
than
still
that.
clean one dish and prove my worth to my family, but we haven't chosen it yet. What?
Maybe this round will change it up. What are we dealing with here, Stevie?
Yeah, it's looking like maybe not from what I can see, because you have what is called funfetti dump cake on your side, Rhett, and then Link, you just have a traditional funfetti cake.
Whoops.
Ooh, good.
Link, this has got
Lord.
pudding in it.
That didn't work.
He might like this because he doesn't like cake and he likes pudding.
Oh gosh.
He doesn't like cake so much. He's not familiar with how to handle it.
Well, it's teetering on this blunt knife. We got one pot and we got blunt knives here.
Okay, so this-
sense a pattern.
This is
Dump.
not cake. Right?
Okay, I think it's a cake. There's funfetti cake, some golden Oreos frosting, vanilla pudding, white chocolate chips, and sprinkles. That's a cake.
That's pretty
Why
good.
is that a cake, Nicole?
It's, what do you mean? It's baked.
Well, but like it's just
She knows it's not
so
a
much
cake.
pudding.
Well, cakes can have pudding.
Okay.
I think
Oh
it's
my
fair,
God.
Stevie.
This is the
Okay, we'll
best
offline
cake I've
about
ever
this.
had.
That's really, really good.
It
That's
get- you
really
know why-
good.
You know why this cake is so good? Because it gets rid of any part that's actually cake.
Yeah, they like seep into each other. They marry.
There is a
they
cake
hang
part, but
out.
it's gotten really moist.
When you replace cake with pudding, I'm at your place. I'm showing up. I'm RSVPing.
I do like cake though.
Okay, but like let's say you're throwing a birthday party for someone who'd actually want a funfetti cake. And then you bring
Those people are not worth celebrating.
Then you bring the dump cake. You're like, here's
People
the
are gonna be
cake.
upset. But those people aren't maybe not here right now.
No, this is a good cake. This is a really good cake, but it's still a cake.
But it takes a long time to clean up after making a cake because it takes the longest time that it's taken anything to take. It takes 17 minutes.
Whoa!
Let me put that into perspective. In 17 minutes, you could become a decent harmonica player. You could pet a dog for a really long time,
But how long?
17 minutes.
That's nice.
Or you could watch me or Link make love to our wives and then take a 15-minute nap.
That's almost a power nap. Yep.
Yeah.
And if you yell, speed it up, hurry up, get it over with,
It might be 16
then we'll
minutes.
give you more of a power nap.
If I was looking at myself in the mirror, I might go faster.
You backed yourself into that one. I could tell you didn't know the
I didn't
ramifications.
know I was going to end it when I started it. And I didn't want to last
Right.
longer looking at myself.
So you got more aroused looking at
I
yourself.
got more aroused looking at myself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
I would have a short fuse looking at myself too.
short fuse. Mm-hmm. I'm not angry. Okay.
Now you know that I love this.
Oh, yeah. And
And that it's superior to me. And it's less time to clean. It's a pleasant surprise as an alternative cake at the party. I think you gotta bring it as an alternative. Right?
so it's worth the time to make both?
just say it's vegan.
Even if it's not. That's what I always do with my vegan friends.
I brought the vegan version.
Yeah, it's vegan.
I want somebody to eat it, even if it's just vegans. It's so good.
It's the thought that counts.
Right.
I intended it to be vegan.
I think it might be vegan. And I do think, are you with me on this? That
Yeah, I'll go with you on this.
one pot's fine.
One pot's fine for this. Can you believe it? They made cake into a casserole and we thought it was better.
I legitimately recommend you do this.
But I will say,
Yeah. But don't watch me make love.
this is the one thing that I didn't expect us to do in this round. But I just think we obliterated this trend. I think you need to stop trying to do this. I think if you're going to make a plate of foods, you should make the individual things. Just do it. Just get used to it. Grow up a little bit and wash some dishes.
Like me. The modicum of adulthood.
That's right. Hey, before we go, we want to remind you there's a new episode of Good Mythical Weekend tomorrow, so get up and watch it.
Come back for that. Thanks for subscribing and clicking that bell.
You know what time it is.
Hi, I'm Christina,
And I'm Alex.
and we're on our honeymoon renewing our vows in the Isle of Skye. And it's time to spin the wheel of mythicality.
So happy for now.
What?
Just kidding.
I love the love.
I'm just kidding. So segue
Keep
into
it
what we're
up.
doing in Good Mythical More, which is you should click the top link to watch us find out who is the worst husband in Good Mythical More.
And to find out where the wheel of mythicality is gonna land.
Head over to mythical.com or sport.com to score the new limited time Sporked holiday beanies.